You know, before I end my turns, I like to heal my troops up. In between videos, I realized I'm poor as fuck, and I don't have the money to do that. But MAEDA KEIJI, who is alone and needs 999 soldiers, will be healed. You know what's gonna heal MAEDA KEIJI, the alcoholic? You know what's gonna heal him? Medicine sake. That's what's gonna give him the courage to bring 999 more people into the fold. So there you go, MAEDA KEIJI. That's for you and for being a star player. It's end turn there. Yeah, that battle with the Shimazu brothers, I don't really regret it so much because it's nice for me to. I mean, I understand that throughout the Let's Play there have been things I've forgotten and there have been things I've mixed up, but that is more or less a good thing, I think, because, you know, it shows that I can adapt. I don't know, I'm really grasping here for something good. But it's not bad. Oh, I should scout. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna scout. You know why? Because I'm just gonna show you this right now. Kentarou can handle this because I'm on defense, right? So I'll show you why Kentarou is bullshit and why he works for this. Oh no! Oh wait, what? How did that happen? Kentarou's a demon. He's immortal, you know. So if you deploy Kentarou on defense with one troop, it's impossible for you to lose. Unless they have a tactician that has like battle rating down. That is the only situation where you can lose. Maybe if Apostle Mado is there, they'll count him as a demon and it's possible for him to hurt Kentarou. I've never tried that, so I'm unsure. But I know that nothing else in the game can hurt Kentarou. Actually, at this stage in the game, dungeons are okay as well. He's immune to harm in dungeons. The exception being against Xavier. Again, I'm inexperienced with dungeons, so I don't know if there are demons inside any dungeons, though I doubt that there are. But yeah, you can get away with doing this, and it works out fine. The reason that I reduced Kentarou to one troop is because if he has, like, say, 1,000, if those are killed, it still lowers your meter at the top of the screen, right? The meter works in a strange way, in a way that I don't fully understand. But I know that, if you're on defense, you're automatically favored, and the only way for them to decrease your side of the bar is through casualties on your side of the field. So if you can't suffer casualties, your bar can't decrease at all. They can't get the upper hand. So that's why this works with Kentarou. And it is totally bullshit, and I don't know, I might continue to do it. It's not the difference between doing that and using Kentarou against Gigai to get him to level 99 is that getting Kentarou to level 99 completely and utterly destroys the last fight in the game. It makes the last fight a joke, and for me it kills the climax. Like, it kills the whole thing that you've been doing, you know? The whole game. Yeah, spoilers, you kill Xavier as, you know, it's the final boss fight. It's a commander battle with Xavier. And if you have Kentarou at level 99, it's a joke, and that's stupid to me. It's like, you know, I mean, what the fuck? It's just, it's boring and it feels cheap to me. This, you know, deploying Kentarou on a defense against the demon army does not carry that same feeling of cheapness. Because you're not really, you know, defenses are fairly routine. So, that's my explanation for that, and it's totally personal, you know. Yeah. So it's not that I have anything against exploiting a game most of the time, but I do have something against exploiting a game when it ruins something that's supposed to be really cool, really difficult, you know? I don't know. More about that later, I suppose. Anyway, in this scene that I haven't acknowledged, it's just Mickey and Rance. This scene can happen way, way before where it's taking place now. Before Syl is frozen, you can get this scene. And you're supposed to, before Syl is frozen, I would say. It's more appropriate for back then, but, It works now. Rance basically flipped up Mickey's skirt and she got mad, so she hurt him, you know? She's strong, she's the Demon King, she can do whatever the hell she wants. And she didn't like Rance doing that, so she hurt him. But she felt bad for hurting him, so she took him into the room to take care of him. And now Rance is like, oh, this is the Demon King. This is probably my only chance at having sex with the Demon King. So he asks her, you know, hey, can I have sex with you? And she's like, no, you know, my boyfriend's Kentarou. Nah, you can't. She's not overly upset about that for some reason. But, you're given an option here to rape her or just let it be. If you rape her, game over. Everything you did the turn that you selected it is ruined. Don't do that. Unless you're interested in the outcome. But I'm not, because I know what happens. You just say, wait till later. And it works out. See, there you go. Wait and see, I suppose. But there is never a scene with Mickey. Rance never, you know, has sex with her. That's just how it is. And that really does it for this scene. I'm pretty glad that it showed it to me, though. So I didn't have to click on this. It tells me that, most of the events taking place now in, you know, like the before turn area, before the autosave, like this one here, are going to be related to characters within my army. So I don't have to waste my action fans on doing them myself. The game will automatically do it for me, and that's nice. But yeah, it's an interesting scene that's tripped up a few of my friends because they choose to rape her, and well, they in turn get raped, so to speak. Let's go, Demon Army. I'm ready for you. I'm so ready for you. Let's scout this bad boy. Let's get back into the swing of things. There's been a lot of downtime in the last couple of parts with text and whatnot, and I'd like to do more fighting, so this isn't a very hard fight. You know what? What's his speed? What's Jenry's speed? 5? Fuck, he's not even... Oh, well, and Maria can go, and Layla can go. Dosan, I guess. Rance. No, I need a good guard.
MAEDA KEIJII! Oh, yeah!
And Yamamoto, sure. It's not a very hard fight. The one following this one is predetermined, I'm pretty sure. I'll talk more about that when it happens. But, there are a couple of predetermined fights in the Demon Army's territories. Most of them are the castle. Okay, see, here you go. This fucker goes first, basically, and you can see what he does. You see it happening? You see what he's doing to me? It's not painful. My troops are fine. They didn't get hurt that badly. It's just slow. It's so slow. And it happens. Like, if they have 3 of those in their army and they are all fast, and you just have to sit through it, and it's agony to me. I hate it more than anything. But, you just have to deal with it. It's not really, like, you see the damage it did. It's not a big deal. It's based on intelligence, so Sanada and Maria both took way less damage than people like MAEDA and Dosan. But it's never a serious issue, you know? It's never enough damage that you have to freak out about it. Mado's unit is. Mado does a lot of damage with his unit. And the Shoguns in the last 3 Demon Army, like capitals, those guys have the same skill. They are tacticians mixed with the bongo drum guys. So they're a pain in the dick. But you can fake them out like you can Shimazu's youngest brother and force them to focus on statuses. And that's what you want to do with the Shoguns. But more on that when we get to them. You just basically saw why I hate the mushrooms so much. And it's just because they waste my time. They waste all of my time, and I hate it. And that's all it is, folks. They're not really threatening. Another issue is on higher difficulties, when they are more threatening, I can't click system and go to reload while they're doing this animation, and that bothers me too, because I have to just sit through it and wait. Oh, God. Yeah. And, the other actual issue with it is that it gets, you know, it lowered MAEDA KEIJI's guard when it hit him, just like, you know, diviners do and everything else. So, that's annoying. But yeah, it's not like it's unmanageable. I made it sound a lot worse than it actually is. No, fuck it, I didn't. It is just as bad as I made it sound, if you have a speed complex. So there. Kill this girl. Cool job, Maria. Cool job. You know, Maria having rocket launchers in Sengoku, Japan is historically accurate. There was actually a woman named Maria from Sengoku period Japan. She was from Portugal, and she brought a prototype of the bazookas there back in the 1500s. Totally real. Actually happened, and it's reflected in this game rather well, I would say. Obviously, I'm joking. Yeah, this fight is mostly predetermined, I think. It's always been the same for... Oh, it says they have bow attack, so I guess they're supposed to be more like archers. They hit a lot harder than archers do, but they also can't interrupt them because it has to be ninja attack for them to interrupt with it. But you're going to want to... On this fight in particular, you're going to want a couple of guards. And what I'm doing here is going to be hilarious. What else? Yeah, Son got soul binded, which is really bothersome. There. I don't know, I probably over-deployed guard units, but you can see what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to have Seigen and Notori do their prep thing and be done with it, because this fight's really bothersome, actually. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm not going to. But I'm glad. People who get the defense arrows are the people who need the defense arrows, as usual. I can't believe they're all going so quickly, you know? And that's another thing about the Demon Army. They don't really have any tacticians. Unless there are some human tacticians left inside the army. And, of course, the Shoguns are tacticians. Damn good ones, by the way. So, in all of the castle fights in the last Demon Army territories, you need a tactician. That is so important. Yeah, you really do. Someone like Notori or Seigen may not be required, but a tactician is definitely required, unless you've got some ridiculous bullshit up your sleeve. Just keep that in mind. Hopefully this works. Between Seigen and Notori it should. There's an interesting strategy that you can pull off in other playthroughs. Chinu, the Miko from Mori, the green-haired one that died and Mado came out of. The Miko that gave birth to Mado, basically, is what I'm saying. She has a unique preparation time thing. I don't know if I explained it, but it shaves off half the health of a unit based on its current health. Like, Notori and Seigen's abilities are based on 25% of their total health. Chinu's is based on 50% of their current health. So if she uses her preparation time first and shaves off 50% of all of the enemy's health, assuming they're at full health, they'll be down at 50% of their total health, right? Well, if Seigen and Notori both use their ability, that's 25% more, and it's an annihilated unit. It's a completely, like... I've never done it, but theoretically it would work just like I said. I'm interested in trying it out sometime. I'll probably make a video for it to see how it works. There are some discrepancies with that, though, because guard units take a decrease in damage from that, and it varies too. It's very strange. Like, a guard unit will take a guard unit will not suffer 25% of its health in damage from Notori or Seigen on occasion. On other occasions they will, and I don't understand why. I know that it's when they have their guard up, but it's inconsistent amounts. It's like 10% of the guard unit's health will be gone because Notori hit them and they had their guard up. Okay, I can understand the damage reduction. Other times they'll take full damage. Other times they'll take, you know, like 15%. It's just strange, and it's very confusing. It's like Fallen Troops Revenge. That skill makes no sense at all to me. Yeah, I gotta research things like that more, because there aren't really a lot of English web resources for that. But anyway, I'm introducing you basically to Sanada here. It's a fairly short one, but he's kind of an interesting guy. Maybe one of the lesser I guess he's probably the least interesting Takeda General, simply because I've used him so many times. The other ones are all fairly new to me. All of their character clears are very easy, very simple to get. Actually, I'll just send out Kentarou because I'm unsure of the other things that I have at my disposal. Yeah. So, if you're gonna get a Onohole, get the like $10 Tenga ones. They're good. They're a lot more comfortable than the expensive one. I'll admit that, but they only get like 5 uses if you reuse it. They run out of gel. From washing it, like there's a gel storage in the sides of them, and that just runs out. I mean, you can refill it and stuff, but I mean, it's $10, it's cheap, and frankly, they get to a point where they just kind of break down on their own and they fall apart. So I like them way more though. And all the American ones suck. They look like the most disgusting bullshit on earth. So don't ever buy one of those, or I'll ban you from watching my YouTube videos. How does that sound? Putting that out there, I was thinking about it at work the other day. Thinking about what I'd buy with my paycheck, and the answer is nothing. So that's how that goes. Yeah, I don't know if Kentarou can get Commander Charge. That would make this more fun, wouldn't it? Fuck you, bongo drums. I'd like to see what happens to Kentarou's body in these situations. Good God. Huh. Oh yeah, and some of my commanders, they haven't seen much use. Like Daidoji, I love her so much, but she's just not relevant at all. She's like Takuan-sama, pretty much. It's just not good. In other playthroughs, you could believe that I'm gonna get Daidoji and I'm gonna make her a star. A star. You could believe that. Oh my God. Probably in Ran's route, just because it's so easy to do. But there could be a conflict with her and one of the Shimazu brothers due to their character clears. That's... this isn't really a relevant time to talk about the Shimazu brothers' character clears, is it? It's not, but oh well. So I won't. But other commanders in my army like Genri, he's a difficult one to get into other playthroughs because I have to have Sagan as well. The requirements for Genri are not worthwhile. You know, he's not a good unit like Sagan is. And while he's a monk I would like to use, I like Genri as like a character. I guess he's okay looking. He's not like the other good monk you have access to. Well, aside from Dosan-chan, who I discount as a monk all the time. But the monk from Asaya Sakura is an old man, and he looks stupid as hell. I just hate every aspect of him. And he's a candidate to be used as a good monk because he has guard cancel and he has skills that are far enough along. But I just don't like him at all. I prefer Genri tenfold to that guy. But what you have to go through to get Genri is never worthwhile. Like, I got him so late in this game, I'm not going to use him, unfortunately. I'll see you guys in the next part.